Hello, everyone. Um, I think I'm live right now. All right. Yeah, I'm live. Great. Hi, everyone. Um, I just thought I'd come on this live impromptu, and I wanted to talk to you about um, our previous experiences, the negative experiences of our past, and how deeply they affect us. So sometimes we have like these negative um, experiences in terms of breakups, for example, be it a romantic or a professional breakup. And sometimes after all this emotional charge or the drama is it's over, we think that as long as this person does not exist in our life anymore, or we're not talking to them, we think that we are healed when in fact we are just distracted. What do I mean by that? Let me share with you this story. A few years back now, I came face to face with the realization that I had been stuck in a 15-year-old story that I had thought I had healed from, but in fact, it was really affecting every other story in my life, especially my relationships. And of course, it was not an easy thing to come to that realization when I come face to face with the fact that I'm not healed. I have not let go totally of that experience, and I'm still stuck in a place that is 15 years ago. So when I realized that, the first thing that that came to my mind was that I'm a loser. I deemed myself as someone who does not succeed in life, or especially in her relationships, just because she is stuck in that place she could not grow out of. After the drama cleared and after all the emotional charge cleared around the experience or around that realization, I came to a place where I felt really grateful. I did feel gratitude for the realization that I had not healed totally from that experience. It was a breakup, a romantic breakup. And, discovering that there was still some healing for me to do in that place, it only means that this is another chance for me to make other relationships work. Because with every experience, with every relationship we come into, we are carrying the baggage of all the previous relationships. Unconsciously, we do that, of course. But when we start clearing our energy from the previous experiences, especially the negative ones, we start giving more chance for the next relationships to be a win, really. And so what happened to me is that I was still carrying the baggage of that negative breakup because it had affected me so much. I didn't know at that time what to do to heal, but I thought I was healed just because that person was not in my life anymore and because we are not talking, and so I assumed I had healed. But that coincidence made me wake up and realize that I did not really heal, and I was really carrying all that hurt into the other relationships. Of course, back then I didn't know what I now know, but after everything cleared, I realized that I'm grateful I came to that realization. Now I can do something about it. I knew at that point that something was going wrong in my relationships, but I didn't realize that there was still baggage inside of me that I needed to clear and to let go of. And so that coincidence gave me the chance to realize what was not working so that I could start working on that. And so that is why sometimes I see it with some of my clients that just because something happened in the past and it is not existent anymore, like it's a relationship that's gone, that is not continuing to the present, we are healed, when in fact we are just distracted, really. And what I want to really emphasize here is that if we really want to give our next relationships a chance, we have to learn the lessons from the previous experiences. And no, I don't mean that we need to be bitter. I mean learning the lessons of why did that happen, not in terms of me wanting to blame myself or wanting to blame others, but what really is the wisdom that I could carry from the other relationship into my current relationship. Maybe it could be, can I trust more? Can I trust myself or the other person more? Can I love even more? Can I listen more? Can I really not blame the other, when in fact they are just being a mirror to what's going on inside of me? And so sometimes we really depend on somebody else to give us closure, especially in our romantic relationships. We want them to give us closure, or maybe in other relationships, be it, professional. We want other to give us closure because maybe they owe us that closure, or they owe us that that healing. We think that the healing should come from them to us, but it really makes no difference for us, no matter how well crafted that closure coming from the person is. It really would mean nothing unless we are intentional about our healing process, unless we realize, I don't want to keep on carrying the baggage of my previous experiences into my current relationship. And so this is something, like I said, I see it with a lot of my clients, and because we are not being really aware and conscious of what kind of lessons do I want to carry from my past experiences. There's always some wisdom we can learn from our relationships, especially from our intimate relationships. There's a lot that is being revealed about us in every relationship, and we can learn a lot about ourselves and the other persons as well. And so there's always a wisdom that we can learn, and I think we owe it to ourselves to learn the wisdom from our past experiences and use it to our benefit and to the success of the relationship that we are in. And the first thing, we really need to be brutally honest with ourselves. Are we really healed, or are we just simply distracted? This alone will start the road for us to start discovering what kind of baggage are we really carrying from our previous experience. Am I carrying the wisdom or the wound? So this is a place for us to be, to start the healing from our previous experiences, the previous negative relationships that we had, the nasty breakups, whether it's a romantic or a professional one. So I wanted to come and share this with you, and it really grabbed my attention that sometimes we really try to, maybe sometimes we're just hiding from ourselves because we think we don't want to face that, because I know it's not easy at all. It's been really, really hard for me to come to that realization that I did not heal from that. And I had been carrying this burden for 15 years. It's not an easy thing to discover about ourselves. I know that is not something nice to discover, but when we grow out of the drama, we could only carry the wisdom. And that wisdom was that, to me, I was really grateful that I got to discover what was playing part in my current relationships, that was the baggage that I was carrying from the previous relationships. And so with every experience, I think that we owe it to ourselves to just carry the wisdom. It's okay to go through a period of being in the drama. Let the emotions, play out a little bit. It's okay. And when it clears out, when the emotional chaos just clears out and we can think clearly, I think that's the moment when we can carry the wisdom of that experience. And so this is the advice that I want to leave you with. Just ask yourself, am I really healed or am I just distracted? And come to peace with your past. This is how we make peace with our past. When we are just carrying the wisdom instead of carrying the wound and the hurt. And speaking of peace, I want to tell you about this ebook that I have written. It's about my lavish, luscious morning routine. And it is really the first step in my day that I use to establish more peace in my day. So I invite you to head over to my profile and click the link in my bio. It'll take you to the link where it says free resources. If you click on free resources, you'll be redirected to a page where you can download my free ebook and also a 5-minute audio file where you can listen to every day for like 5 minutes. And it really will make a difference in your day. It will really ground you in a state of peace. It will help you set the intention of peace for your day. So your day will be going a little bit more smoother than usual. So go ahead and visit the link in my profile and let me know how that worked for you. Let me know, share with me your ideas about that ebook and about that audio file. Thank you for listening to me, everyone, and to everyone who joined me in this live. Thank you, everyone.